Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Drills one in. And Bomo. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Oh, that's a fine interception. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's had it taken off him. Szoboszlai looking to play him in. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Mbappe. Pedri.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Look at this, Pedri! He's done very well to get to that.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Bellingham. It's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Spread neatly. And he's there to belt it away. Szoboszlai. João Palhinha. Pedri. That has not gone well. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. No, he's just misjudged that one. Martinez gets it away. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. João Palhinha. And Bomo played out towards the right wing. Now it's Højlund. Pedri has a look and plays it forward. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Nuno Mendes. Saliba. Now Mbappe. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Højlund. Mbappe. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Oh, well played, well played. Szoboszlai. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Played into space out wide. Dumfries. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second period is underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Mendes picks it up out wide. Mendes, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat. Borussia Dortmund are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
João Palhinha. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Dumfries makes a dash for it. Pedri. Szoboszlai succumbs to the pressure. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Throw it. Hakimi. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Tries a measured ball. João Palhinha. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
And the shot! And that's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
He is just caressing the ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's a good foray he's making. And here's Dumfries. Nicely shaped ball. And he's straight offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition.
Can he finish? Brilliant from Mikel Merino! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So we have movement on both benches. Vietnam restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Plays it in low. That's going to go a long way. Rodgers. This is a chance for Borussia Dortmund to break. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he shoots!
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
To replace him is number 2, Gabriel.
Oh, great leap! Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Very nicely done. And it's Hakimi. Ball's gone out of play. Hakimi.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Palhinha. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Added minute has been indicated.
Gyökeres. And it's Hernandez. Decent chance! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
And that's that. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Merino taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing
So there we have it,
birthday
Jim.
boy
A game
very
seemingly
special
destined
birthday.
for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and
The
welcome
conditions
to today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a Vinicius Junior! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So, a breakthrough already. Floated through. And he's intervened well there. And here's the chance to counter. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Now it's Valverde. He's beaten the last man. No way through. Real chance! Oh, nice touch. Looking for options for movement. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Vietnam definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
João Palhinha. Nuno Mendes. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Yellow or red? It is red. Borussia Dortmund are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short. It's a searching pass. Van Dijk makes the interception. Oh, that's ambitious. Van der Ven cuts it out. Oh, easy pickings there. Borussia Dortmund are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. This looks promising. Now it's Mbappe. Tries one from range. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Vinicius Junior. Lovely feet. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ferran Torres is onto this. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Szoboszlai. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Palhinha. Oh, there's a probing ball. Burmo. And Araujo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Burmo. And there's the shot! Just too high.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Hakimi. And it's Valverde. Ferran Torres. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Ferran Torres. He's picked his way through. He'll try from distance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Van Dijk. And claimed it back swiftly. Now that looks a decent ball. Burmo wriggles his way through.
There will be 1 minute added
Vinicius
time.
Junior. Now it's Mbappe.
There they go, hunting again.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing.
He's having a pop! And he's stuck it away! And look what it... And that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second half is up and running.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
substitutions taking place.
Burmo. And it's Valverde.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
João Palhinha. Nuno Mendes. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Hakimi. It's a good ball out wide. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Saliba. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Valverde. Great defending, strong and determined. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Borussia Dortmund find a position of real strength now. Szoboszlai. Burmo is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter. That
goes for a shot! And it's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Now it's Bellingham. Szoboszlai. Now that's a lovely exchange. Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
It's their second corner of the game.
Bellingham. Number 7.
And it's been taken short. Oh, sweet feet.
Number 6. Mbappe. Number
And it's
11,
Hakimi.
Dembele. Substitution in progress.
It's made its way to him. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Dembele.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game. Eze, Dumfries, looking to play him in. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Oh, really well played.
He's going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution.
Corner number 3 coming up. Martinez claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice bit of trickery. João Palhinha. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Added Szoboszlai. Nuno Mendes. "75 minutes played. Hernandez. He's a sharp little ball here. Now that's well seen too. Well, that pass isn't the best. Hernandez. Merino. Good take, and is he in? And Mbeumo. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Mbappe! And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's been slipped through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Szoboszlai. Can he get on the end of this? Threads one in. The final 5 minutes. And here's Mbappe. Mbeumo. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Added Szoboszlai. Eze. João Palhinha. Gyökeres. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the counter is on. And the number on the board is 3. Eze takes a shot! And yes, it's there! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they...
And that's that. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. The end of the game.
Just a quick
Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Bout of passing here, really easy on the... Vinicius Junior! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's gone backward here. And it's Joao Palhinha. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Played into space. Now that's well seen too.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Saliba, and they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Borussia Dortmund have reclaimed it. Valverde, looking for the run. Mbappe, and he shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Crosses it in, and it's hoisted clear. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Mbappe, and he cuts out the supply.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Mbappe. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well timed, excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That has been cut short. That has ended up in no man's land. Nuno Mendes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Gyökeres. And it's Hakimi. Aimed beyond the defence.
Borussia Dortmund definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Well read, nice interception. Now, this could be a chance. Now, that looks a decent ball. And he was alert to it. And he's taking no chances there. Valverde. Joao Palhinha. Bomo. Joao Palhinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Joao Palhinha. Nuno Mendes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Now, can they get him away? Now there's a fine ball. He's found the way through. And the shot! And that's a good finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pinches it off him.
There will be one.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Now it's Szoboszlai, and his chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Szoboszlai really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Vietnam will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Second half is up and running. He's had a shot! Burmo. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mendes venturing down the left. Vinicius Junior.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And João Palhinha tries to pass it through. And it's João Palhinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
João Palhinha. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And Burmo, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Valverde. Pressure coming in from all directions. Nice interception, well timed. Good-looking ball. Saliba calmly anticipates. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he welcomes it in. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now then, the ball's come loose. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So
Number
changes
5,
afoot here, and from
Bellingham.
both sides.
Number 24, Soboslai. Number 8, Eder Militao.
Merino,
Number 7,
he's found space
Vinicius
here.
Junior.
Araujo is onto this.
Mbappe. Number
Havertz.
14, Joe Pelini.
Driving forward.
Coming on the field, number 6,
Burmo, he's picked his way through, looking for the far post.
Number 19,
And he's there to clear it.
Marquinhos. Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Eze,
Number 11, Dembele. Number 27,
75 minutes played.
Calhanoglu. Substitution in progress.
Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. João Neves. And it's Hakimi. Eze getting forward. Araujo. Hernandez picks it up out wide. Dembele is onto it in a flash. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Dembele. Eze needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Shoots!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Van der Ven cuts it out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Højlund. And Dijk gets across to intercept that.
Added time.
And it's João Palhinha. Hernandez. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Now it's Havertz. Dembele. Havertz. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 2, Gabriel.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
Number 9, Pedri.
Substitutions
Great
taking
vision.
place.
Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. João Neves. Calhanoglu. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is a brilliant interception. Deftly away. Not the most accurate pass. And he was quick to react. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Threads one in. Borussia Dortmund have got it back and they'll have another go. And he's heaved it away.
This is the time you need that pace. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Araujo. Hernandez knocks it into space. And that is out of play. Now it's Eze. Out again for a throw-in. João Neves. Pedri looking to pass their way up the pitch. Araujo. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's on it, can he get away? And that is expertly dealt. And it is half-time in extra time.
And now, I'd just like to read out...
So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes, for someone to do something. Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. It's run loose here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking to play him in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It's Dembele! And how did he not put that away?
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And it's Neves. And here's Dembele. Dembele powering forward here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Hakimi. Burmo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Brilliantly cut out. Hakimi. Burmo. Oh, it's Dembele. It's Pedri. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken. Nuno Mendes. There's the delivery. And that has been cleared. All hands on deck for this one. And Burmo with the short one. And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So time to shake the weariness out of those limbs and to engage with focus. And no mistake.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Eze pondering where to put it. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
Borussia Dortmund are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Up by 2. And that is a giant step towards the line.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
Vietnam really cannot miss this. And he's hit the frame of the goal!
Oh, that's unlucky. Got almost everything right.
Burmo, the third man up. Oh, he took a risk, but it's paid off.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
The margin of error is 0. No! Saved it! And their fate is sealed! Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial.
Real chance! He's scored! And we have liftoff! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Played towards the other side. Can he get it through? Short changes him with that pass. João Palhinha. Now it's Højlund. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Vinicius Junior. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bellingham. João Palhinha. Now that looks a decent ball. Vinicius Junior, and the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's been hooked away. Chance! Saliba can clear it away. And it's Mendes. Now it's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that has sent him sprawling.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Bellingham! They've got to be quick to recover this. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. The most accurate pass. It's just beyond his reach.
Borussia Dortmund definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Has a look and plays it forward. Szoboszlai given the lift of his goal. Dumfries.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Hakimi. Plays the return pass. Almost half an hour in now. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham stood up well to him there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's in a great position here. And they've got rid. Szoboszlai. Tries to pass it through. And he welcomes it in. Valverde. In comes the corner. And he can clear it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Saliba makes the interception. Bellingham. For Szoboszlai. And it's Denzel Dumfries.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Pass is just off target. Bellingham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Taken back almost at once. Szoboszlai. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now that's well seen too. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, that's well spotted. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's seen that early. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello, attendees.
Vietnam
This is
coming
a
in
lost
at
children's
half-time,
announcement.
leading by one
Please
goal
keep
to
your
nil.
eyes on your children during the
Yeah, I
match
like
at
the
all
fact that
times.
there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Vietnam can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 2, Gabriel.
Down to business again.
Coming on to replace him is
Vietnam currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Nuno Mendes. Played back to the goalkeeper. Dumfries. That's an imaginative pass.
He'd be disappointed with that.
He's played it long. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Mbappe had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Takes a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Martinez claims comfortable. And it's Valverde. Nuno Mendes. He's a sharp little ball here. Pass somewhat off target. He's only too happy to take that back. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe looking for the run. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. And the finish! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the comeback is complete. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 24.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question...
He's having a shot! Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. Valverde.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Hakimi, looking to play him in, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Højlund. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to Oh, terrible pass. Referee's given a throw. João Palhinha. And it's Hernandez. Valverde. That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. This is a promising build-up. Valverde. That's really well manoeuvred. Valverde. Now, can they get him away? And it's made its way to him. Now, this could be a chance.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Threads one in.
There will be 3 minutes
And the number on the board is 3. Valverde. Osimhen chasing after it. And it's Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plays it in low. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that is as far as it goes. Vietnam pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome to
really get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. Nice sequence of passes, this. Valverde proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Played towards the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well played. Van Dijk can clear it away. Thinks one through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Yeah, he's fouled him there. So a chance here, what can they make of it? And so we have the first set piece of the game. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take. Getting up there! Goal, Germany! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Comes out and deals with it. Burmo. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Impressive jump! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rice cuts out the pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Burmo. Burmo. Driving. Oh, Burmo! In he goes again. It's in. They are purring, truly purring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Ball's played through. Alexander-Arnold looking to hit the byline here. Vietnam are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Shoots! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Mbappe, Szoboszlai. This is a promising build-up.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mendes has given away a free kick.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
He's having a hit! Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It is now time for our special
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. That gets us going once more. Vietnam not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. Madsen to Bruno Fernandes. Mancini. And it's Mendes. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Madsen. Tchouaméni. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Thuram. Bruno Fernandes. That's good pressing, squeezing the play.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Valverde. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Palhinha promptly onto that, and that is that.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And here's Mbappe. Rice. And it's Tchouaméni. Madsen looking understandably energised after his goal. To Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Thuram. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's made its way to him. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great vision. Picked out chance! And he's stuck it away. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. They forced the error, and that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in the green backpack kindly contact a nearby member of staff?
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. That's where it came from. And it's Rice. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba, starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Mbappe. And claimed it back swiftly. Valverde. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid, maybe both actually.
Højlund. Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Bruno Fernandes. Rice. And here's Thuram. Palhinha did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Hernandez, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And he's picked it up out wide. Out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a key interception. João Palhinha. Now, can they get him away? That's good play. Mancini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Madsen. Oh, sweet feet. And he whips it in. And now they can clear their lines. And the counter is on. It's a searching pass. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bruno Fernandes is there to clear. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Alexander-Arnold goes long. Bruno Fernandes. He can run onto that. He's Burmo. Can he finish? Oh, it's come loose. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he was quick to react. And it's Rice. Great vision. Thuram! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Thuram is offering a Rice smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Dumfries is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So the last big chance, perhaps, before half-time.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Towering header! He's done very well to get to that.
Tchouaméni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Madsen defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's been played through. Very nicely done. And it's half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more...
Big chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Good-looking ball. Germany are looking to go forward now. He's a sharp little ball here. Dumfries. And he's been shifted off it. And he's gone looking for safety. Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That is a brilliant interception. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Tries to pass it through. Eze. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, super find. And it's made its way to him. He's had a shot! And that's a good finish. How they've waited. Now they have it. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
He's having a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Dumfries. He's found space here. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Thuram.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Eze. Number 6,
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football
Number
still to be
7,
played, Peter, so
Hernandez.
ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Mbappe.
Merino,
Number 19,
Ferran Torres,
Hoyland. Coming on the field.
Merino,
Number 20,
Nuno Mendes.
Mbeumo.
Cross needs to be
Number 14.
impressive jump, and he hits the net. And this is getting better and better. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
DiMarco. And it's Tchouaméni. Szoboszlai. Tchouaméni. Szoboszlai running with the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. No foul, says the referee. Pedro Porro receives it in a wide position.
Substitution on the field.
Germany
Number 18,
have their second corner now.
Lopez. Coming on to replace him is number 8.
Ah, that's a fine
Hakimi.
interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. This ended up in no man's land. Vietnam can consider themselves just about safe now. Looking for options. Takes a shot! And it's in! With so little time left! Grandstand finish! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look.
Oh, given away! That's the keeper's ball.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
There will be 3 minutes at
Well,
a
they shouldn't be
time.
dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And it's DiMarco. Szoboszlai. Now is this the shot? Surely! It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? Shot could be on. They have held on just. Vietnam proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won
Please
it.
be reminded that drinking
João
is only
Palhinha
allowed in
claiming the
areas
man of the match. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. Mbeumo, he has found the way through. Mbeumo! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he can clear it away. That's a throw. And that is out of play. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Mbeumo. Alexander-Arnold is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And here's Mbappe. Played over towards the opposite flank. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Szoboszlai.
Germany definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Van Dijk. Nicely shaped ball. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again. Hakimi. Oh, that is a nice touch. Tchouaméni. Maatsen. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Szoboszlai. It's Van Dijk. Mancini. Now he's off and running. And it's Tchouaméni. Van de Ven did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Alexander-Arnold ventures forward. And it's hoisted clear. No way through. That's a good run down the left.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Good running, strong and purposeful. João Palhinha. And Mendes. Aims beyond the defence. Oh no, what has happened here? Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Great defending, strong and determined. That's going across goal. Valverde is there to clear. Maatsen. Bruno Fernandes. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. That's an imaginative pass. Chance! Oh, that's a fair try. but just off target.
Germany are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Madsen venturing down the left. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Looking for the run. Chance to deliver. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
João Palhinha. That's going wide left. Nuno Mendes. Can he get it through? And he was alert to it. Bruno Fernandes. Germany are looking to break at pace. Tchouaméni. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Tries the cross. That has been knocked clear. That's tidy. Madsen picks it up out wide. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. He's going for goal! And that was precious close.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Thuram, that has been cut short. Tchouaméni and Madsen. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Szoboszlai. Wriggles his way through. And smartly reclaimed. Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Szoboszlai pinches it off him. Bruno Fernandes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Can he get on the end of this? And he's quick to get rid. Saliba. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Great vision. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. Finally the breakthrough.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Substitution on the field, number 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Federico Valverde.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose.
Big chance! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Eze. Well-timed, excellent interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he was quick to react. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for a runner. Oh no, that was never going to make it. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Looking to play him in. And he's heaved it away. 5 minutes left on the clock. Lovely ball and a real chance. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a searching pass.
2 added minutes
Cause
has
for
been indicated.
mild irritation. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Hakimi. Now he's got space here. Now that's well seen too. And he's gone looking for safety. So that means another 30 minutes football. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Nuno Mendes.
90 minutes gone
Number
and
8,
nothing between them still.
Number 19,
Vietnam displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Now it's Mbappe, delivered low.
Substitution in progress. Substitution on the field.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Coming on the field is number 10, Ukraine.
Defending of the desperate variety. Good ball, good take. Skims one in. And Dijk can clear it away. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now, can they get him away? João Palhinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they can counter here. Pedro Porro. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now McTominay. Merino.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's got away. Real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner.
So just 15 minutes still to come.
Today that parking in the area
Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? And so the last chance to find a winner. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? And here's Mbappe.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
It's a promising position, and the through ball. And he welcomes it in. Great chance! João Palhinha. Szoboszlai. Great ball, and can he finish it? Another one of football's and how moments. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out to the left flank. DiMarco. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Mbappe. And it's Eze. João Palhinha. And he's in on goal. Szoboszlai. Now that pass has been well intercepted. DiMarco receives it in a wide position. Now the cross. Terrific effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Haaland is the next to run the gauntlet. No! Denied remarkably! Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. That is how you answer the call.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge. I don't think there was ever any doubt, really, Peter. Certainly not in his mind.
This then to level matters. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
Eze is third in line. Wonderful poise and placement.
It was well disguised, it gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
Vietnam looking to keep step.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
DiMarco is the fourth man to step up.
I actually think he was quite brave to do that, Peter, but it was the right result.
Vietnam are looking to save match point. It's saved, and it's over! So it has all ended in hurts. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very... And it's been given away. Thuram. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Eze.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's beaten the last... Rice! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Thuram shoots! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to play it through. And he's managed to get free. Now, what about this cross? And he's heaved it away. Pressure coming in from all directions. Konate deals with that comfortably. Rice. So, what can they make of this? Oh, Red, nice interception.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Vietnam still without a single shot on target. And they've switched it over to the other side. Nuno Mendes. Now Mbappe. Valverde. Eze. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's the shot! It's there! And there is your opener. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Rice. And it's Szoboszlai. Eze.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Eze cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Against the crossbar! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. João Palhinha.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Mbappe. Nuno Mendes. Great vision. Mbappe. Here's found. He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Has to go back here. Chance, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking for options for movement. Tchouaméni, Mbappe, and it's Eze. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Szoboszlai. And here's Højlund. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Vietnam come in leading by just the odd goal.
I'd like to ask you to join
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Vietnam looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Away we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ball is over the line. And it's Van Dijk. Tchouameni, nicely spread. Szoboszlai has it in a wide position. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Now it's Højlund. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Germany clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Time and again they are repelled. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Can he get on the end of this? Showing good feet. Højlund. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Oh, that's well spotted. Saliba. Eze. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, super! He's had a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution on the field.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 4, Mbappe. Number 25, Nuno Mendes.
It's a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Not a hint of offside here. And a few accusing looks coming his way. And it's Marino. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Hakimi. Number 19, Hoyland.
Turns back here, probably the best option.
Number 18,
DiMarco.
Lopez. Number 10,
He is just caressing the ball. And he's picked it up out wide. DiMarco in towards the back stick. Cleared without hesitation. Araujo was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's on it, can he get away? Now the delivery. And Dijk gets it clear, engages and forces him off the ball. Threads one in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bruno Fernandes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. DiMarco. And the counter is on. That is good progress on the left. Oh, strongly challenged there. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
This is a lost children's
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Kindly make his way to the information centre.
Substitutions taking place.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. And it's Marino. That is good alertness. No way through. Bruno Fernandes. It's a good run down the right. He won't be happy with that one. Araujo. Bruno Fernandes. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Marino. Dumfries. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nice sequence of passes this. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Bowen. Bowen powering. He's going for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Good ball, good take. Oh, nice touch. João Palhinha. Aims beyond the defence. Great chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, and looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
João Palhinha. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Eze. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Merino shows a decent chance! So just 15 minutes still to come.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an
Well, nobody wants to
information
settle for this, of
bulletin
course,
from
but
the
everyone
police
is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Eze providing an outlet on that flank. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many...
And it's Bowen. And the shot! Another one of football's and how moments. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a pretty loose pass. Araujo. And here's Merino. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Eze. Delivers the ball. That's really well manoeuvred. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Martinez. Keeper's got good distance on that. There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. 90 minutes and then another 30, and Jim, here we are.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
Players then beyond the point of exhaustion, but there is still one final act to come. So this one to set the tone. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Haaland is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Gyökeres is the man who's second in line. Big character, big moment, big save. Bruno Fernandes, second in line for them.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Vietnam are looking to keep pace here. Oh, sent him the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Pedro Porro is third in line. Oh, he took a risk, but it's paid off.
Yeah, looks so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
This for parity.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Dumfries with the last of the first 5 penalties. Never in doubt.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
What poise, what noise, and the drama continues. So both teams effectively one kick away from the precipice. Great stop, and the keeper punches the air. Oh, talk about coming up with the goods.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Oh, he saved it! That is how you answer the call.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
João Palhinha is the second of the unscheduled takers. Oh, great save! That is a great save!
Everyone here are holding their breath.
And that is the end of that.
Oh, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. We're all sweating here.
So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion, and it counts for nothing. So, Jim, quite a game, decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Is now on sale in the stadium hall.
It's a tough one to take, Peter. The players will be feeling like the better side lost, and to some extent that's true. I don't think they did an awful lot wrong, and that's probably what the boss is saying to them right now.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.